start our first performance. Yes.
Oh, shit. Who's going first?
So can we have like the first performer to come up?
Hey!
To begin the night, our first performance is a song sung by Dim with the accompaniment of Mr. Keith.
It's hard to smile at my reflections when I wake up. I wonder why all I see are the imperfections, all that proves that I'm not alright. Oh, when I confess that none of this makes sense, you struggle every day. Ooh, but I know sometimes we gotta be lost to find our way. Don't be afraid, 'cause even the strong cry when no one's looking. We try not to be scared on the outside, but I know that there's strength from the fall. It's not weak to be weak at all. Behind these eyes, a world is hiding where I feel safe, but so alone. All these scars that keep me fighting for a place I can call my own. Oh, and I confess that none of this makes sense, and you struggle every day. Ooh, but I know sometimes we gotta be lost to find our way. Don't be afraid, even the strong cry when no one's looking. We try not to be scared on the outside, but I know that there's strength from the fall. It's not weak to be weak at all.
So our next performance is Kieran will be playing a musical piece. So please enjoy. He's awesome.
Wow.
And he'll be playing in company.
That's my cousin. Usually you do that last.
Other way.
yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, no troubles will be out of sight. Yourself a merry little Christmas. Hope that you'll again. From now on, no troubles be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we'll all be together. If the fates allow, being a shining star upon the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
That was wonderful. So to continue the night, we'll have, to continue this magical night, I'd like to invite
Ben.
Magic Ian to perform a little magic for us.
How's it going, everybody?
Great. So he's opted out of using a mic, so let's settle down and listen to what our magician has to say.
I'm going.
Anyone solve a Rubik's Cube? Does anyone know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? Can anyone solve one in a relatively fast time? Minute and 29 seconds. Minute 29? Can you?
59 seconds.
I know you can, Andrew.
Let's go, son.
Don't mess up, Andrew.
I try not to. Do it for the mind.
Alright, so at least you can show up here with me. Alright, so you can solve that now, and then while he's doing that, we'll move on to something else. Alright, so I have here a card. Michael? Oh, wait, you can stay there. You can stay there. Don't worry. I want you to name a number between 1 and, or about 1 and 50, because this deck isn't complete, but it's decent for the most part. So preferably a lower number to keep things. So pick a number. Tell it to me.
9. 11.
9.
11.
All right, 10. We'll do 10. Yes. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So we have the 5 of hearts. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a corner off 5, give it a little blow, and the corner disappears, just like that. All right. So this is for you, or both of you, but you can hang on to it for me.
I get it. One day, one day in front.
No sleeves. You good? Hey, give a round of applause, everyone. You guys have this one too?
Was that supposed to?
Well, that's how I would have done it. So if you take the bag, it's a magical bag actually. So if you take it and you give it a little shake, it should mess up the cube again. Well, we have this though. We have the missing corner to your card. Why don't you go check that out for me? See that's actually legit. There you go. There you go. My hand stopped shaking. There you go. You can hang on to that for me. Alright, you're free to sit down, bro. Thank you. Everyone get that? Alright, so what I'm going to show you is basically what I was talking about when I said that it's a magical bag and it can solve the cube. Hold on. See where. Alright, so it doesn't mix up the cube, it actually solves it. So if I put it inside of the bag, like so, would you guys believe me if I said that will solve? Probably not, right?
I do.
So if I give it a little twirl, thank you, Al, with your support, the cube solves itself. Let's see. So we'll try that again, but you probably want to see that again, right? I mean, who wouldn't? Let's see. So we're gonna put it in the. Alright, so we're gonna put it in again. But this time I'm gonna have you guys. Can you verify that that's still unsolved? I mean, you might be able to see that, but maybe, right? Alright, so take it again, and then have it solved. Just like that. There's nothing in the bag. Really empty. One cube. Alright, we got one more trick. I'm gonna need a volunteer.
Annie.
I was thinking Al. Would you?
Yes.
Would you like to help me out?
Did y'all want to make them little?
No, okay, Michael, go.
Yeah.
And this card was gift card in for you.
We need 2 chairs. We need 2 chairs. We're gonna sit down. Yeah. Alright, borrow this one. Alright, so you can put yours there.
Okay.
Take a seat.
Great.
Here we have an unopened deck of cards. So what I want you to do is open it up for me. Oh, you can verify that. It's closed, right?
You can do it, Michael.
Take your time.
We believe
No
in you.
pressure.
All right, cool. We got it.
I opened it.
There you go. Well, you continue. Oh wait, we might need to pair it to the already just rip the thing off. So for this trick, I'm gonna.
Good, sexy.
Well, if you can get it open. Alright, so I don't want to touch the deck. That's why I bought a new deck just for you guys. $3 out of my pocket. Alright. So I want you to take out the jokers and whatever ad cards they put in there. Alright, so what I want you to do is don't show me or the audience, but I want you to take out any four of a kind. Don't show anyone though. Just keep it to yourself. So while you do that, I'm gonna attempt to blindfold myself. Maybe. I mean, hopefully you guys can believe me that I'm not
Looks like an SF.
seeing anything. Thank you. Alright, you good? You got your four of a kind? Alright, so I want you to, where are the ad cards? Or just give me everything and just all the garbage. Yeah, put those over here. Alright, so you have two piles, one of your four of a kind, and then the rest of the cards, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to take the deck and give it a little quick overhand shuffle for me. And then let me know when you're satisfied with that. Alright, so what I want you to do is get the deck and take about, let's say about, we're gonna make 4 piles. So take about a quarter of the deck and then give it a quick overhand shuffle. Needs to be fair here. And then let me see it when you're done. Alright. Okay. And then repeat it with the second pile of cards.
Yeah.
And then give it another shuffle.
Yeah.
Where are we? And I guess I don't know, I can hear it. You're probably ahead of me right now and doing it with the next pile. See here. And the last pile. Thank you. Alright, so you have your four of a kind, right?
Yeah.
And what I want you to do is put one card on each pile. Alright, so I want you to take the first pile, give it a cut in half, and then complete the cut, and then give it a quick little shuffle. And then just put it back on the table, and do the same thing with the second pile, give it a cut, and then put it back on the table when you're done, and repeat for the third pile. You're messing me up here?
Nope.
Alright, so we're good? We have 4 piles. Now put the piles back into one deck for me. And then you can give it another, sorry, put it too far.
Alright, got it.
Alright, so now give the deck another quick little overhand shuffle. And then tell me when you're satisfied. Okay. Alright, so can you put the deck in my hand? So this is the first time I'm touching the cards, correct?
Yep.
Are you still satisfied that I'm blindfolded? I haven't done a thing? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find your four of a kind that no one knows it but you, unless you showed them when I was blindfolded. Only you know it. So here I go. You guys are either really bored or
You look good.
thank you. Or intrigued. practicing. Normally I only get 3, but hopefully I can get 4 this time. Alright. Is that all?
Yep.
Alright, here, take these for me. Alright, is it, I only have, how many, I have 4 cards in front of me, I think. If I can find them, right?
Yep.
Can you help me? Alright, so I have 4 of a kind, or for the first time, name your 4 of a kind so everyone can hear.
Aces.
Aces. What an obvious choice. Anyways, so it would be amazing if I got 1 right. Would it?
Yeah.
Did I get 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, you didn't even see it yet.
I know.
Maybe another one? There you have it.
So up next we have Miss Maria Utsumi, and she'll be singing a song for us.
Thank you.
Got it. Michael, you flying. You better course next time.
Everybody needs inspiration.
so there's an extra table over there for those of you who just got here. Speak together, we're family.
Ohana means family, family means squish together.
Okay, so up next we have Katorn and Dim singing a duet. Let's give them a hand.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do need the lyrics. Alright, cool. It'll be like this, guys. What was that better? DJ Andre.
On the beat?
Oh, it's DJ Drizzle. Get it straight.
Oh.
Straight up.
So dreaming, and silver and gold, and see from a movie that every broken heart knows. We're walking on moonlight, before we go. Split second, then you disappeared, and I was all alone. I woke up in tears, with you by my side, breath of the beat, and I realized, knowing
Okay, so I'm going to read a poem. Well, the first half is a poem, the second half is like a poetic speech. I hope you like it. It starts off kind of dark, but then it gets inspirational and happy. The title of this poem/speech hybrid is "The Night in Our Freedom." Please don't leave me. I thrust my hands into my soul, searching, pleading, crying for strength, which I already know is running towards death's embrace. Hope thrashes within pain's clash, trying to at least inhale one more gasp of air. Hope's blood breaks through the floodgates and streams past the windows of my soul. The monster wrapped in invisibility cloak laughs as he leans in and screams. If you truly love them, you'll protect them from the agony still beating against your chest. It's time to silence the truth about my presence. Here they come. I've made a new mask for you. Place it over your vulnerability. You see that border over there? Cross it and we'll meet peace. It is the only way that I can be transformed. Please trust me. It's okay if you say once again, I will be patient. After my oppressor has spoken, hope speaks the truth, but finds only enough breath for fragmented whispers, and he says, don't forget that your love for them is mutual. Don't be afraid to keep the truth free, untainted by fear's edits. You are not alone in your struggles. Suddenly, my surroundings transform and my hope shrieks as my knees hit the border. I'm now at the edge of the plain, in front of a deceptively beautiful yet truly sinister canyon. My warden's patience is expiring. I attempt to stand, but I pull back to the ground. The chasm's drafts caress my face. It'd be so easy to lean just a little more forward. My screams join with hopes as I rip off my fractured mask. My strength of resistance is approaching its end, but I do not want to succumb to the strength of the crevice's desire. That's when I feel your arms wrap around me, and I see terror reign on my captor's confidence. You continue to hold me in an embrace as you pull me away from the edge towards safety. Your words of kindness snatches my dying hope from the depths of pain. You heard my plea, and you ride for me. Perhaps some of you can relate to this account of not long ago. And so my message for all of you is this: no matter what struggles you have, never give up. If you are still lost within a nightmare, don't hesitate to let others know, because secrets don't murder pain. Pain tortures those who guard them. Pain's power is weakened when we reveal our secrets to those whom we love and trust. If you don't know how to talk about your struggles in front of another, you can still voice them via the talents you are blessed with. If drawing from the well of your heart to water your tongue is too difficult, then paint paper with the words or images residing within your soul. Or pair your thoughts with melody and let the listener be transported by your song as it dances with passion. Or unleash your emotions by moving your body through music. The people whom you've decided to open up to will feel your story. There are two talents too numerous to name, but know that every person has them. Whatever your talents are, you're able to use them to entertain, yes, but if you so need, they can become communicators of what you may desperately want to say, for anyone who thinks they are powerless to speak. Remember that you are never alone. To any loved one you've decided to be vulnerable with, whether they be family by blood, or family through friendship, or both, they will hold you in an embrace as they tear you away from the pain, which attempts to continually connect its punches with your battered soul. Your rescuers will patiently help nurse you back to health as their love floods your soul with warmth. Even if your hope has died, their ever-authentic love will be the heartbeat that beats next to yours, their kindness resurrecting from the ashes that which has died, giving evidence to the phoenix within you. Our mental oppressors may cause us to backslide numerous times in the days ahead, maybe even for those who have reached freedom but don't lose heart. If your doubts tell you it's not worth fighting your struggles again, remember that the absence of light will never be eternal. Your initial escape into the light has already proven this. Perhaps you'll even suddenly and frighteningly experience being brought to that border between a nightmare and nothingness. But don't be ashamed, even if those unwanted visits are frequent. When this happens, immediately yell for help with everything you have left. And at least one person who you've confided in will not hesitate to run and rescue you. None of us are perfect. We are all in this together. So the person or people whom you've decided to be vulnerable with will need help in their struggles as well. No matter if they are similar or different. Your love for each other will keep hope alive as you stare your monsters down and fight them. Lean on each other. Hold each other crying, laughing, and sharing your love with one another as you journey towards freedom together. Nightmares are vulnerable, and love is eternal. You are not alone. Thank you.
Alright, so up next, we have a little group called Our Romances. Alright, and we're gonna sing a little song for you guys.
Woo!
1, 2, 3.
So someone quickly guess while we're setting up why our name is Aromances.
Roma
Y'all. It's RG Roma Francis, that's our names. Hi. If y'all don't know us, I am Roma, she's RG, she's Francis. We're the matrio. Some people say matrility, that's a little. Well, our name is Aromances, guys. Get it together.
I hope Roma does commercials in the Philippines for cars.
I mean, I was supposed to be on the DL, sir.
Sorry.
celebrity singing.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't search me out. Like an Italian dude comes up. Because my name is Roma, so. So we're gonna sing a little song for you guys called Love Bud. We thought of the name like at 9 p.m., so it's Love Bud.
Sorry.
Her eyes make stars and I can't while he sits up. So how'd you like it? By the way, our song is called Love Bud, like I said, but it's not like the bud like as in this bud, but as in like B-U-T bud. Because as you know, I don't know if you could tell, but like that song ended as just a dream. So it's the long version of our name is Love But You Trifling. So it's B-U-T. It was really hard to find our name Aromances, by the way. It took us like 600 names. We had the Trinity. At some point we had potatoes. It was just weird. Okay, I think Daria is ready.
Hello, hey guys. So, oh, this way, I've been sick the past few days, so I'm usually amazing. So, just bear with me, right? Let's see how it goes. Take some, go for a burning man, body like a walker now, never you stood a chance, on your own, going for a looking man, never you stood a chance, you wanna know. You're so sad, baby, you got to the top. Stood a chance, no, stood a chance. It's that same dark place where you'll get torn apart. Stood a chance, no, stood a chance. On your own. Looking back, you wanna know, you feel so safe, when you got to the door, you're still a chance, you're still a chance, it's that same dark place, when you get torn apart. You don't wanna know. Oh, fight and have is straight to hell. That same dark place will tear you apart.
Alright, so up next we have Alec to demonstrate a little of his martial arts for us. Give him a hand.
Alright, so I basically dabble in 3 forms of martial arts. I've dabbled in Shaolin, which is where I got the sash from, as a blue sash in Shaolin. Then right now I'm currently working on Wing Chun and just a little bit of Bushido, which is Japanese sword fighting. Wing Chun, the other 2 styles, Shaolin and Wing Chun, are both Chinese styles, and Shaolin is a little bit more, it was devised so that the Shaolin monks could defend their temples, and it's a lot of flexibility and a lot of agile movement, and it uses, there's 2 different kinds of forces in martial arts. You've got compression force, which is where you compress your muscle group, and then you've got momentum force, which is where you pull it up from the ground, and you basically move the energy through you and through your target. Wing Chun is mostly compression force, whereas Shaolin is momentum force and that kind of energy. So just, I'm going to do Wing Chun first. So the first form in that, that's the first form in that. So basically, the way that martial arts tends to go is every bit of that form is used in your practices. And so it's used to just repeat the same muscle movements over and over. Like for instance, when you're doing something like this and that, you're basically teaching your muscle memory how to gauge your range. Because if I hyperextend, like say I go outside this to here, you can break my elbow and you can lead me. By stopping here and training my muscles to stop here, I've got a lot more pull because I'm using this muscle group. Also, I dabbled in a little bit of ninjutsu, and I mainly just use it for target points. So I just use it to basically have a topographical map of the body in my head. Strike points and vulnerable points of the nervous system are here, here. These are kill shots, both kidneys. You can rupture a kidney that way. Here, here, And then, you know, various spines, like there's one in the butt that'll paralyze the leg temporarily. This basically, if you strike here properly, it's the same thing as hitting your funny bone, only doing it on purpose. So it'll basically make your arm numb for about 2 minutes.
That's really loud for Banquet, guys.
Okay, so Wing Chun, does anyone, I won't actually hit anyone, I just want to demonstrate a few things.
Come on! Taking one for the team.
Just for positioning's sake. Okay. So just for standard positioning, first practice in Wing Chun that you learn is called Pak Sao, which is basically just blocking straight punches. So like if you just come out with a punch right along center line, this is center line. All this area up and down the body, and it's what Wing Chun works with. Basically, your goal is to attack that area and defend that momentum and quick strikes to do that. Because here, you can easily glance that off. But here, you have to take it. Like, so that's just how it goes. So just place your fist on center line. Yeah, just right about here with your elbow about a fist and a half, and not hyperextend it, because then I'd be able to pull you. Okay. So Pak Sao, and then just do it with the other one. Same thing, just back and forth, kind of like that. Yeah, so Pak Sao, Pak Sao is basically just simply, and then, next one, come out with the next punch. And so on and so forth. And then sometimes perfect. And then you just throw in a few Pak Das here and there. Yeah, same thing on your end, same thing. But basically in a real fight, I'm blocking all of your hits and then throwing in one of my own. And then one of my personal favorites is called Lap Sao. So basically the same punching exercise you're doing, but swing them a little bit wide. Like for those people who love to be like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna just throw haymakers. I'm like, bless this boy. But just like a wider kind of punch. Okay, Lap Sao is basically just doing that to where it seems easy, but it takes a lot of finesse. It really does, because you can't involve your elbow, otherwise you're gonna exhaust yourself, and you gotta keep it all on center line. So as you're doing that, for instance, I'm doing that, and then from here, basically, I either melt you, or if I notice you're gonna swing, I move in, and you can no longer hit me because I'm outside your box. Also, I can manipulate your entire body if I move it slightly up, like that, or I can break your elbow from here. Like, so, you can then just work with the body at that point. And then, let's see, maybe Dan Chi Sao. Too advanced. Okay, that's good, thank you. Maybe just, because I haven't practiced Shaolin in quite some time, just some little things. Mainly, I took away from it a lot of the kicks and stances from it, and hybridized it, because the typical Wing Chun stance is this. It's a rooted horse stance, and then it's modified later slightly. But mainly, they can compress a lot of energy coming from the outside and just root it into the ground. I've seen grandmasters who are 120 pounds and can root 250 pounds of force. Like, they will just stand there and just root it. And it's truly amazing things. But I basically hybridized that with Shaolin stances, which the Shaolin stances are bow stance, and then the reverse of that, dragon stance. And then you have another horse stance with them, but it's a little wider. With them, I took that stance, mixed it with my horse, so So this is like my actual fighting stance when I'm actually fighting somebody. I keep it a little bit more relaxed on the back and a little more firm on the front. So I'm also agile but rooted. And then from them, I also took a lot of kicks. You've got your standard forward kick, which you come up with this, and then you just kick straight. You got a turn back kick, where you turn this sideways, and then lean in and use this as a counterbalance to strike whatever's behind you. You got your standard crescent kicks, which are those. And then you've got my personal favorite, which is hurricane kicks, which is this goes here, that goes around, up here, and then that comes down. So altogether, it's... So that hitting you in the head really, really hurts. It's just, like, that really hurts. And then just the last thing I wanted to touch on, I just did a little bit of Bushido, which was also taught in Shaolin, which is samurai sword fighting. Basically, it works on the same as all martial art principles, where your striking areas are along these lines, from here to here, here to here, here to here, and here to here. So it reflects that in their kata, which is like their forms, is here, 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 and then back again. So it basically trains you to do that, as well as when you get into blocking and countering, say an attack's coming from this vector, you come around here, it's called watershedding, and then you're able to take the momentum that they apply to your blade and then change your footing to go on their outside. So it would just be around here. If they're over that way, up that. So, and you just keep a constant flow. And also you don't overextend, because if you overextend, then you give them an advantage. Like if I'm way down here, they can strike up here before I can move up there, practically. So you just keep those limitations, as I was showing you with Wing Chun. There's certain limitations that you gotta bind yourself to increase your reaction time. And that about covers it. Thank you.
Good life lessons, guys.
Don't fight him.
Don't mess with Alex.
Okay, those are some awesome life lessons. So whenever you have a katana or like a Japanese sword on you, okay, so our next performer is Miss Kimberly. Woo-hoo. She will be performing a dance, but for ASU. Woo-hoo. Give her some claps, please.
Ow.
So
because our performance.
I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. I know that you are something special, and to you I'll be always faithful. And I want to be the one you always needed, and I hope you see the heart in me. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. You're the one I wanna chase. You're the one I wanna hold. I don't never make it go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. Your beautiful soul. Yeah.
It's party time. All the shorties in the club, let me see you dance. Back it up, drop it down, let me see you dance. Get low, squat around, let me see you dance. Push it up, let me see you dance. Drop it, baby, drop it, baby,
performance of the evening. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start.
Oh yeah.
We are going to start. We're going to start. Everyone shout it with me what you guys want to start. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. board members? Help out with the food, please. Food certified. Food certified. Please head over there. There are gloves. Sorry, give us a minute while we set up. We were too engrossed into the dance team. Back table, guys. I'm calling it my table. Sorry, no blood relations in this line. I'm gonna have to. Alright, is the keyboard ready? Are y'all ready? Someone open the kimbap. You got it? Alright, so our food for the night is some kimbap, fried rice, some veggie stir fry, and we've got bulgogi. So graciously, we bought it from Orange Tomorrow, so I hope you guys enjoy. So we're gonna do it by. So what table do you want to start with, Kaylin?
My table!
Oh, okay, sorry. We're gonna start with our advisor, our VP table. Our advisor's table, please. And her fiance. Yeah, that's right, I said it out loud. So you guys can go ahead first. We'll play some music while you guys wait for the rest of the next table.
It does. It looks like a vacation.
Oh, some procedures, guys. Please bring your plate and your cup forward because that's. Oh, by the way, those tags on your table, they're for you. So please keep them. They're just a little gift for you guys. They're just here. Just this morning for you guys.